Whether you've just started Wyvern's Meat or you've been playing since launch, you've probably opened the game and been hit with a wall of menus, systems, and options. In this video, I'll walk you through 8 common mistakes that can quietly ruin your early game and even slow you down later on. Let's jump straight into it. Mistake number 1 is wasting jade on bad shop items. Early on, it's really tempting to dump your eco jade into draws just to chase a cool cape or cosmetic. For example, the Blazing Pass cape only has around a 0.1% chance to drop, but the overall legendary probability is below 1%. You are guaranteed a legendary within 150 draws, but that legendary might not even be the cape you want. It could just be a different color variant or another cosmetic. These draws cost jade, and jade is one of the most important currencies in the game. You will need it to buy and upgrade your innoways and pick up key progression items later. If you are not no-lifing the game and farming jade non-stop, every bit of jade you spend on cosmetics now is jade you will miss when the new shops, new innoways, and future upgrades become available. So in early and mid-game, avoid spending jade on low-impact cosmetics and random draws. Prioritize innoways, core upgrades, and long-term power over fashion unless you don't really care about that. Mistake number 2 is stressing about picking the wrong starting weapon. After you finish the tutorial, the game asks you to choose from 4 weapon types. This can feel like a huge permanent decision, but it really is not. You will be stuck with that weapon for a short while, but as you progress through the main story and do some side content, you can unlock every weapon type later. So do not overthink this choice. Pick the weapon that looks coolest or feels most fun to you right now. You are not locking yourself out of anything permanently, and you can freely switch and experiment once more weapons become available. If you really want to min-max, you can choose a weapon that normally takes longer to unlock and skip some grind, but for most players, just go with what you enjoy. Mistake number 3 is letting your energy cap. You get 160 energy per day, up to a maximum of 500. That means roughly every 3 days you will hit the cap if you do not spend it. Once you are at 500, your energy just stops regenerating. You are not overflowing, you are not banking extra value, you are simply wasting potential energy you could have earned. So when you see your energy getting high, spend it. For example, if you check your bag and notice you only have a few pieces of legendary gear, that is a good time to run bosses and raids for more drops to upgrade to legendary. You can also run outposts from Ebon Iron so you can upgrade your mystic skills. Each outpost box costs energy and you will need a lot of Ebon Iron to push a mystic skill to tier 4 and then max it out. It adds up quickly. A handful of outposts can already eat a big chunk of energy and give you permanent power. Mistake number 4 is ignoring vendors and their rotating stock. The game has a lot of vendors, regular merchants, the portable merchant if you have the battle pass, seasonal vendors, and more. Many of them sell upgrade materials, sect unlock items, and rare components that are way faster to buy than to farm. For example, some shops sell materials like Jade Tower Peony or various enhancement stones. Not every deal is worth it. 20 Jade Tower Peony is for 25,000 coins. It's pretty expensive, so you only buy that if you really need it urgently. But other items are extremely efficient to grab weekly. If you look at the seasonal vendors, make sure you spend your seasoned jadefish on high priority items first, such as oscillating jade, inaway notes, and also mystic skill breakthrough items. These directly increase your power and are much more valuable than random junk. Mini enhancement mats here are cheap and restock weekly, which lets you stockpile them over time and avoid hours of farming later. Get into the habit of checking vendors regularly and clearing out the good weekly items instead of ignoring them. Mistake number 6 is tunneling on the main story and skipping side content and exploration. The healthiest rhythm is use the main story to unlock systems and new regions, and when you hit a level gate or a power wall, switch to side content and exploration. The game heavily rewards exploring. Open your journal quest or compendium, and by exploring places like Xingha and Kaifang and doing side quests, interacting with NPCs, playing with cats, discovering hidden locations, you unlock permanent passives. Things like Treasure Seeker, Thousand Hands, Strength of Conviction, and many others make moving through the open world and finding loot much easier. Do not just sit around waiting for the next main quest marker. Roam the map, gather flowers, investigate sentient beings, shrines, pick up antiques, open chests, and talk to old friends. Check out Tales and Echoes and the Wandering Tales with clues. All of those contribute to your progression and often unlock unique rewards. If you like efficiency, you can follow YouTube guides to hit 100% in each area, but personally, I prefer stumbling upon things and doing them organically. But the key point is, do not ignore side content. Exploration is one of the core pillars of the game, and skipping it leaves a lot of power and fun on the table. Mistake number 7 is gathering without using food buffs. When you are out picking herbs or hunting, make sure you have the correct consumable active. A good example is blossom cakes. That gives a 20% chance for extra harvest from herb gathering or hunting, depending on the current buff. After you consume one, check the icon on your buff bar. Sometimes it will say harvesting and sometimes it will say hunting. If it shows hunting and you are about to gather herbs, you want to swap it to harvesting. You may need to consume it again until it shows the correct effect. Always double check the tooltip and the text on the buff before you start gathering. Do not pick up any herbs without the correct buff active because you are just losing out on free materials. Those extra drops add up quickly. You will get more oils, greases, and even mystic skill upgrade materials over time by just running with the right food buff. The last mistake number 8, is blowing your energy potions for short-term gear. Right now, a lot of players are burning pillow pills and other energy potions to rush legendary gear, but that gear will be replaced soon as the new level caps and sets arrive. For example, we will be moving into level 71 gear sets, then higher as caps increase, and the best in slot setup will shift with each tier. My recommendation is to save your energy potions for when you reach a stable level cap and know what you want to farm. Wait for announcements about upcoming level caps like 85, 90 or even 100 and then decide whether it's worth spending energy potions to farm a full best in slot set at that stage. The only real reason to rush for perfect gear early is if you care a lot about PvP and arena rankings. Arena attunements and optimized gear there can make a big difference in fights, but for normal PvE content, good purple or basic legendary gear is usually enough. For example, with around 18,400 mastery, I can comfortably clear pretty much everything in the game without min-maxing every piece. So treat energy potions as an endgame resource, use them when it truly matters, not just slightly to speed up your gear that you will be replacing soon. Those are the biggest mistakes I see both beginners and even some endgame players make in Where Winds Meet. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing, dropping a like and leaving a comment below. Let me know if there are other mistakes you've noticed or if there is a topic that you want a deeper guide on. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.